Hello everybody and welcome to our next episode of Dinner with Dad. Tonight I'm making something for the very first time. I hope it'll be really good. It's taco soup. I know it's May here and it's kind of warm, but oh well, we're gonna have soup anyway. So I'm gonna make that later and you'll see that coming up next, but it's earlier in the day and before I do that I wanna make guacamole because I like my guacamole cold, so I wanna give it time to chill. So right now I am opening up some avocados, and you're going to see me mash them and add the guacamole seasoning. Thanks for joining us. All right, so I just mashed up my 5 avocados and I used 2 guacamole seasoning packets, nothing fancy here. And a great way to keep your guacamole from turning brown for a little while anyway is to, in your bowl, kind of smooth it out, make it as level as possible with your spoon, and then take plastic wrap and then put it down and press it down on the guac and try to get out as much air as possible. Some people put the seeds in and that works for the guac that touches the seeds, but this seems to work better for a little while anyway. It's gonna turn brown, but if you're making this like in the morning for dinner, this is a great hack. And I learned it from The Kitchen on the Food Network. Can't remember which one of the people did it, but there you go. And then I put a lid on it, maybe. Put it in the fridge, and we're gonna put a dollop of this in our taco soup. See you later. All right, so you just saw me make the guacamole for tonight's dinner. It actually did it hours ago, but you just saw it. And so now we're gonna get our taco queso soup going. So first I'm gonna use this nice cast iron pot that I also got for Christmas. Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna take my hamburger. I think this is about 1.5 pounds. You can use a pound and a half. And then chopped up onion, about a small onion, half to a whole small onion. I have this leftover chopped onion from a previous night's dinner, so I'm gonna use that and I don't have to chop up onion. So that makes me happy. So, we're going to put the lid on this, we're gonna brown this hamburger with the onion, and we'll drain it, and then we'll put all the other ingredients. While you're waiting, get your other ingredients ready. You're gonna need cream cheese, beef broth, heavy whipping cream, Rotel, or generic Rotel, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and taco seasoning, which I make homemade, which I'll talk about later. Here we go, let's get this one. All right, like magic, the hamburger is all cooked, no more pink, so we're gonna drain it, the hamburger and the onion. This is not hot yet, so not too hot. Ooh. Gotta drain it. Put this here, get the grease out. Isn't that fun? What a nice sound. Whoops. Okay. Can't stand a mess. Okay. Now, I also chop my meat up really fine when it's cooking because some people in my family don't like big chunks of meat. The next thing you have to do is you have to put
He's talking about me. I don't like big chunks of meat.
Which I don't understand, but it's another story. Cream cheese. 6 to 8 ounces. I'm going for 8 because I have a little bit more than a pound of meat. More like a 1.5 pounds. So I'm going for 8 ounces of cream cheese. And it's been softening. It's been sitting out all day, so it's pretty soft. But before we add any of the rest ingredients, we're gonna let it even soften more and mix in with the meat. So we'll be back when we add the rest. All right, the cream cheese, as you can see, has fully been melted and mixed in with the meat. That looks yummy in and of itself. Next, you add 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes or generic, whatever you have. Liquid and all. This is soup, after all. So 2 cans of that. And then, this makes it nice and thick. A 1/2 cup. Oh, and I don't have enough. I thought I might not, so. This is heavy whipping cream. A very common ingredient in low-carb recipes. And then next, as I look at my recipe on my phone, 2.5 cups of beef broth. One, 2, and roughly a 1/2. Then 1 teaspoon, whoops, I don't have a teaspoon. But here I do. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then 1 packet of taco seasoning. Now you can use the packets that you buy in the store, but if you're really trying to be low carb, those have quite a bit of carbs in them because they have lots of cornstarch in them, I learned. So there's a recipe, and I'll put the recipe below in the comments or in the description somewhere, where you can make your own homemade taco seasoning that is low carb. And I had all these spices in my cabinet. I didn't have to go buy anything, so it's really pretty easy. So 1 packet is about 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Are you going to use 2 or 3 tablespoons?
I'm going to use 2 heaping tablespoons because I don't like things too spicy. And this is quite spicy. It has quite a bit of cayenne pepper in it, and it's pretty spicy. And then some salt and pepper, just to taste. So some salt, some pepper, and we give it all a good stir. Yes, look at that. And then all we do is we let this simmer for 30 minutes. And it'll thicken up a little bit, I think. This is actually my first time making this. So we'll see, but then later we're gonna top it with some shredded cheese and a dollop of guacamole and a dollop of sour cream. It's gonna be yummy. So we'll check back in about 30 minutes. And you know, if you make this early in the day, you can let it simmer for a while, but at least 30 minutes. So we'll check back when it's ready. All right, well, the soup has been simmering actually for about an hour. Look at it, yummy. Smells great. So we're gonna fix it up. Look at all that. And we're gonna add the toppings. Whatever cheese you like. I prefer Monterey Jack. Or you can do a little of both. Some cheese. And then a dollop of the guac that we made this morning. And a dollop of sour cream. Or more than a dollop. Isn't that awesome? Enjoy this taco queso soup.